Hello everyone, welcome to today's session on Community Development of India, Part 1. Today we'll be discussing about the definition, objectives and history of community development in India. So before talking about community development, let's discuss about community. Community refers to a group of people living together in a particular geographical area and have formed a network of social systems. The relationships and functions are dynamic in nature and they have developed a feeling or sense of belongingness, which we can call it as a we feeling, and it is formed based on a network of social systems. And development is the process of developing or being developed. It is enlarging the choices and developing the capabilities of the individuals in a society, and it is a gradual and sequential change which requires people's participation in the process of change. So, community development thus can be defined as a movement designed to promote better living for the whole community with the active participation and on the initiative of the community. The objective of community development is to improve the standard of living of the people. So it is a planned change and involves a holistic approach. So community development is to develop in people an ability to make a better living and to live a more satisfying life. So this implies a series of changes in the way people function. That is why we call it as planned changes. It is being planned, executed, monitored and evaluated. These programs help people move in a desired direction if planned carefully. So we can call community development as a systematic way of assessing the existing situation of a community. Community development happens first by extending education and services to the community, organizing people into groups and then implementing programs for their development. So we can define community development as a process where people are united with those of governmental or public authorities to improve their economic, social and cultural conditions of communities and are integrated into the life of the nation, enabling them to contribute fully to the national development. So it is a group of people in a community reaching a decision to initiate a social action process to change their economic, social, cultural and environmental situation. It is finding effective ways of helping and teaching people to develop new methods and to learn newer skills. This process is, however, done in such a way as to retain community control and spirit. So we can also call community development as a process of creating special community organization throughout the society which will be responsible for channelizing the demands to the center of power to distributors of belief. It is also the capacity of the people to work collectively in addressing their common interest. So, in short, communication is an educational process designed to help adults as well as the people in general of a community to solve their own problems through proper group discussions, decision making, and group action. Most community development models include broad citizen involvement and training in problem solving. That is why we call community development as a public group approach dedicated to achieving the goals of the total population. Community development as I said, is an attempt to bring about social economical transformation of the village through people's participation. So, three E's are considered to be the core of community development, which are educating, empowering, and enabling. So, we can conceptualize a community as a social body which has cohesion, solidarity, and a spiritual quality of cooperation, interpersonal respect, and certain degree of responsibility. So that is why we need to educate, we need to empower and enable the group of people living in a particular area so that they will come together and work for a common cause. So now let's have a look on the objectives of community development. Economic development, democratic growth, social justice are considered to be the general and broad objectives of community development. If you talk more specific to the objectives of community development, it is to assist people to set up community organizations like cooperatives and self-help groups. So these organizations plan and carry out integrated multi-phase family, village, block, district level plans for changing the outlook of the people, utilizing their resources effectively, adopting new and improved practices, helping people to utilize their resources in an effective manner, then assistance for the economically weaker sections of the society, agricultural production as the highest priority in planning, progressive dispersal of authority and initiative both vertically and horizontally, emphasis on the role of voluntary organizations and self-help groups, promotion of rural industries, assistance to the people for improving their day-to-day living, convert new and increased income to better living, increase the understanding and harmony between people's representative and government representatives through comprehensive training or education methods, design clear demarcations of duties and responsibilities. So, train people continuously to adopt newer and improved practices, develop responsive and responsible leadership in the community are all the objectives of community development. So, thus we can conceptualize a community as a social body which has a cohesion, solidarity, and I said earlier, a spiritual quality of cooperation, interpersonal respect, and a certain degree of responsibility. I repeat, changing the outlook, utilizing the resources effectively, train people to continuously adopt new and improved practices, assistance to the economically weaker sections of the community, emphasis on the role of self-help groups and voluntary organization, development of local resources including the utilization of manpower, then increasing the understanding and harmony between representatives and government that through comprehensive training and educational processes are considered to be the objectives of community development. Now let's talk about the history of community development with specific reference to India. So it will be of great importance to review the history of community development initiatives of our country. This will help us to provide an insight into the strategies, methods, and organizational principles associated with each programs being adopted in various stages throughout the country. So today I'll be talking about some of the selected projects which definitely had a deeper impact on the society or the community. So history of community development in India can be divided into two phases, pre-independence era and post-independence era. So today we will be discussing about the projects in pre-independence era. First one is the Ideal Village project of 1903. then Work at Shantiniketan 1908, Gagan Experiment 1920, Sevagram Project of 1920 and Marthandam Project of 1928. Ideal Village Project 1903, Sir Daniel Hamilton began a project of rural development on the basis of cooperation in the Sundaram village of Madras, present Chennai, and Sir has given concentration on health, improving the health of that particular village people, then promotion of small scale industries, then promoting savings among the population, providing literacy. So, emphasis was given on specialized training for unemployed youth farmers to make them self dependent. And this project continued for about 16 years. And along with savings, programs of health, literacy, and small industry were also started to give confidence among the villagers to improve their standard of living by adopting these methods. So it was Sir Daniel Hamilton who initiated the Ideal Village project in 1903 in the Sundaram village of Madras and was considered to be the first uh, community development project during the pre-independence era. Next one was Shantiniketan project by Sri Rabindranath Tagore in 1908 in association with sociologist L.M. Hurst in Kolkata, West Bengal. So Shantiniketan is situated about 100 kilometers away from Kolkata in West Bengal, which was an underdeveloped socially, economically and politically area. And Rabindranath Tagore along with sociologist L.M. Hurst began a village development project here, and most people in the country lived in villages during that time, and the idea behind this program was to give the villagers an overall outlook about how they can improve their living conditions if they can help themselves and help mutually, so that this project will be adopted in other parts of the country as well. So, assuming these ideas in mind, Shantiniketan Welfare Institute was established in 1920 with the objectives of increasing the knowledge of the people, creating a feeling of cooperation, creating the feeling of rural leadership, inspiring people to follow new technology, arranging health and educational facilities, helping people to establish cottage industries and development of dairy farming. So this project was started initially in 8 villages where Rabindranath Tagore was the landlord, and when the project was at its peak it spreads to around 15 villages, and it sustained for around till the end of till the death of Sri Rabindranath Tagore, and it was a centralized project as well. So after the Ideal Village project 1903, we have seen another project in Shantiniketan in the name of Shantiniketan in 1908 at Kolkata, West Bengal, initiated by Rabindranath Tagore and sociologist L.M. Hurst. So this is a picture of Shantiniketan, which is considered as the abode of learning. And next one is the famous Gagan experiment of 1920. This program was considered to be the first state-run village development project in India, initiated by Sri F.L. Breen, the then Deputy Commissioner of Punjab. So the objective of the program was to increase the crop production by controlling extra expenditure of the people, improving their health status, developing female education and giving more awareness among the public about the importance of female education and home development works. Though this program was not on a sustainable basis but has found little bit of success during the period of Sri F.L. Brain. So you can see the earlier picture of Gagan and the present picture of Gagan, and have seen the transition of Gagan into the present form. So F.L. Brain has developed a deeper sense of impact on the Gagan community during that period. And that is why this program has been given so called emphasis during the pre-independence era. Next is the Sevagram project of 1920, initiated by the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhiji, in Wardha, uh, on his own ashram at Wardha at Maharashtra. So, the mission of the project was to prevent economic and social suppression, along with creating a feeling of patriotism among his fellow human beings. So the main objective of this program were to use khadi clothes, or the promotion of khadi clothes, introduce health and sanitation programs, conduct programs for the welfare of the women, carry out programs for economic help, upliftment of the backward classes, organizing primary and adult education programs for those who cannot attend their daily schoolings during their school years, and programs for social harmony. Then he also had given focus on improving the conditions of the poor people, preventing economic and social suppression, and developing a sense of patriotism among the people. Gandhiji also has created support structures such as All India Spinners Association, Hindustan Education Association, and Kasturba Gandhi Association, etc. So, despite this program, Gandhiji, due to the rapid industrialization that was taking place in the country, the program has gone for a little bit of hibernation, but has bounced back among these villagers in a very effective manner. Machine made goods were beautiful and were low priced during this period, and the poor people were able to afford them, leading to the failure, though the failure of this program. Promotion of khadi clothes and prioritization on health and sanitation programs and the welfare of women were found to be of huge success of the Sevagram project of 1920. Next one is the Martandam project of 1928, which was initiated in Kerala and the Martandam area of Travancore by Spencer Hatch, along with Young Men Christian Association and Christian missionaries in Travancore. So objective of this program were spiritual, mental, physical, social and economic development of the community members. The only disadvantage of this project was that they focused only on their fellow followers of the Christian missionary. But it was also to be highlighted that the followers were large in numbers, and so the project was a huge success. Before launching the program, surveys were conducted to assess the needs of the people both as individuals and as community participants. So, dramas, exhibitions, competitions, and demonstrations were organized in the community to effect and attract people on the objectives towards the objectives of this particular project. The program is still continuing in one or another manner, and the reason for the success was the introduction of trained functionaries. So, these trained functionaries act as agents of social change who were able to inspire and motivate local people to work for themselves. So, what this particular project was focused on was that demonstration fields where plots were developed in this particular area, and the youth were given training on various areas, and they were also given the idea of savings as well. So, the plots were divided into different sectors, and the young people were given training on animal husbandry, poultry, honeybee keeping, and on various other areas like agarbatti making, soap making, and all. So people were given training on skill development, and this has helped them to come up with several livelihood projects so that they can earn themselves and further can have better income and thereby improving their standard of living. So that is what about all about Marthandam project of 1928. So I repeat, community development was a movement designed to promote better living for the whole community with the active participation and on the initiative of the community. And the focus was to bring about social economic transformation of the village through people's participation with the core of three E's on educating, empowering, and enabling the people, with the objectives of changing the outlook and utilizing their resources by adopting newer and improved practices and assistance for economically weaker sections of the society through promotion of industries like small scale cottage and rural industries and the effective utilization of manpower. Focus was given to improve self-help groups and voluntary agencies as well with the harmony of the people. The history of community development in India is divided into two phases, pre-independence era and post-independence era. And in the pre-independence era, we are discussing on the Ideal Village project, the work at Shanti Niketan, the Gagan experiment of 1920, Sevagram project of 1920, and Marthandam project of 1928. Thank you.